freaking morals. Why are people, for the most part, and when I'm learning especially from YouTube, is there is way more bad people than good. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. Not bad people, but people who are, I guess, way more. Okay.
You know it's hard out here for a will.
People who want to speak against certain creators involving a certain split with a certain YouTube dynamic duo. That led to something else. We have gotten all kinds of stories. A lot of them we can't mention because people don't want them out. Cindy was outed today.
And that's why people don't want to tell the stories.
Yes, in the middle of the night. And nobody said a word. Nobody said a word. Someone saw a community post that was about multiple people and got paranoid and thought it was about them. So let's start with the timeline of events, shall we? Monday evening, right? Cindy, the godmother to all, Justin, yes, mother to all, beloved by many.
And before we start this, can I make one thing very clear? There will be no comment about Cindy in the chat.
Better not.
Who is currently not very well at all and whose child is in a very difficult situation and is very ill. So if you've got something negative that you want to say, take it somewhere else. We're not having any comments about Cindy. And if that's...
I feel woozy today. I'm shaking on the inside.
I just want to make a point of saying also that we were never going to bring this public because we wanted to protect Cindy from exactly what's happening right now.
Never going to be spoken about, period, but our hands were kind of forced here. So Monday night, I have been shaking inside. I've said this to you guys every night, like my insides are shaking.
Yes.
All right, this past Monday, I get a text message from Cindy to call her. She's distressed. So I call Cindy, and I don't remember how it started. Her son was in the hospital. She has all this stuff going on. She was at a funeral that day. She thought she had a heart attack. She took 2 nitro and a baby aspirin because she was having chest pain. Her son, who she's very close to, is in the hospital with bleeding in his brain. And Harley, is it right if I mute you, hon? Yeah, she called. She's upset, and she brings up the fact that she loaned money. Oh, can everybody hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. I thought I couldn't hear. That's probably why. That she loaned a great deal of money to Ziggy to buy a car, and she has not heard from Ziggy since she loaned the money. She had many concerns. It wasn't a loan of money. If it was a loan of money, it probably wouldn't have been such a big deal. But what was concerning, and I said to her, listen, we need to get the others on, and I need you to tell them this, because I did not know how to advise her. I was just gobsmacked. I don't know why I was gobsmacked. When you hear it, you'll be gobsmacked. So she said, okay. So we all got on how we do our voice calls, our group calls. And the night, I believe Ziggy was not stranded. She ordered a U-Haul truck, and she had to wait a half hour for them to bring it. She was hyperventilating. She called Cindy and asked if she could help her financially to buy a car. And Cindy didn't have money to give her. All Cindy had was a credit card with a $7,500 limit, a high interest credit card through Venmo. That was all she had to offer. Now, if anybody has known Cindy and have seen her in chats, you know Cindy. Okay, Cindy she has a million health problems. She has things in her life that make her depressed. The woman is in a constant state of depression. She's a little bit of a manic spender, but that's how depressed people are. Okay, we all know better. We know if we have a problem, we do not ever mention it in front of Cindy, because what does Cindy do? Cindy's a fixer.
Nope.
All right. She wants to right away. Pearl was roasting over the summer.
Yes, so I foolishly made the comment that I was so hot and explained the situation in the UK, which is we have homes that are built to keep the heat in, We don't have air conditioning. And of course, Cindy being Cindy immediately wants to buy me an air conditioning unit. And I'm like, no, darling, that's not why I mentioned it. I was accepting such a generous offer. But I know Cindy. I know that Cindy would do anything for anyone. And I know better than to take advantage of her. And I don't understand how anybody who knows Cindy cannot see the same thing. Anyway, carry on, Lolita.
Right. Like she's my mother, like she gave birth to me. Will not take a penny from her. We should be doing for Cindy, not the other way around. So when Cindy tells us that she has a high interest credit card with a $7,000 balance, a $5,000 cash advance taken right off the bat.
We now know that it wasn't exactly a cash advance pulled straight from the credit card. Ziggy had a better idea. What she did was create a fake invoice written from her own business, making it look like there was a sale of $5,000. Fraud anyone.
Concerned. Plus an additional $300 that had to be sent because I'm assuming if you take a $5,000 cash advance, that's going to lock the card for a day or two. So she had to send an additional $300 the same night the $5,000 cash advance was taken. So no contact has been made. Just a random text. Hey, are you mad at me? Hey, I'm sorry to ask you this now. It's a bad time, but did that card have a PIN number? What the actual fuck? Would you be pissed?
And when was that message sent?
Monday night. Well, no, that was sent Wednesday. Does this card have a PIN? Was sent Wednesday. Monday night was when we were all on the call and jaws open. Tuesday, I was in trouble with my husband the whole day because I kept forgetting to do the most. Head was all over the place because I was consumed. Like, what the hell are we going to do? Okay, so we have $7,500 on a very high interest credit card. Okay, the minimum payment in the beginning alone is going to be over $300. Do you know how quickly those credit cards rack up interest? The purchase interest charge on those credit cards alone is like $120 a month. No tiny loan. Okay. Rational people don't do this. This is stuff that crackheads do to get a quick buck. All right. We always say on here that we don't judge single actions. We judge patterns of behavior. Okay. Patterns of behavior. Look back over the course of a year with Ziggy. This course of a year with Ziggy. This time last year, she needed money to move out. She wanted to move away from Jim. With money for the Tennessee trip. Then there was no income because of the whole 6-up Tiffany Marie coming for her. Jim was paying the bills. Right? There were sales and raffles, but I guess if money was so easily made, why would you not do that all the time? Why would you have to scramble? It's just a pattern. If you look over the last year or so, Cindy has been milked in sales. She buys out every sale. The raffle. How many raffle tickets? Cindy wanted to buy raffle tickets for all the mods in the raffle. Do you remember? How many mods were raffle tickets bought for? Mods that haven't even been around in months.
It was told to me that Cindy spent $355 on raffle tickets for the mods. 70 moderators at $5 apiece, totaling $355. She then sent an additional $381 that is believed to be for additional tickets that were remaining. That brings us to a grand total of $736. More about the raffle later, as well as proof that Ziggy has used Cindy, taken advantage of Cindy, if not even groomed Cindy for many months. All coming up later in the video or series. We will also discuss what Ziggy used the illegal raffle money for. It clearly wasn't just to pay bills.
A raffle ticket. Like, I mean, really. So anyway, yeah, so Cindy comes and completely buys out all these sales. To me, that's milking it because, you know, you haven't been around in 6 months that raffle tickets were bought for. Matt Willis.
And how much were the tickets?
I don't even remember. I think they were $5 a piece.
But I think
so. Yes, I'll do what Cindy does. So, wait, where's that comment? Been waiting for this. Finally, the truth will prevail. Yeah, well, there it is. So place here because there's just so much to try to remember. June. The Tennessee trip in June for the vigil was sponsored by an unnamed donor who paid for the Airbnb, the really cushy Airbnb. It was witnessed a large envelope being passed to her by an unnamed donor.
Witnessed directly by somebody who is on this panel and who I trust absolutely, to be honest, the most honest person I know, to the point of, please be less honest, I can't deal at the moment.
To be clear, Ziggy denies there was any envelope. Ziggy denies most of what took place, including using and grooming Cindy. But I didn't expect anything less. She is never accountable for her part.
The most honest person.
Yes, Carol, and Cindy dropped $250 on Dolly's Turtle Island to save Ziggy.
Oh, I forgot about that. She sure did. Yeah.
Exactly. And doesn't this indicate to you that this is somebody who is, yes, good-hearted, but also has moments in the day when she's not thinking straight?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why none of us.
Yeah, I'm not dropping
take
250 to save
advantage
Ziggy from
of
the fake
that.
island.
But that's just how it. Does everybody understand why we don't mention stuff like that in front of Cindy? You know, my Xterra, the exhaust is obliterated, and I just put a brand new one on in 2019. I know better than to say that in front of Cindy, because what's Cindy going to do? She is going to be like, "Oh my God, no."
And let's just be honest, Ziggy knows what Cindy's going to do. And Cindy
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
The entire internet has been commenting on it for freaking months.
I've
And
watched.
we,
I've
And
watched.
people come into sales.
Yes, Cindy.
They
Yes.
come into sales and say, "Oh, I would love to buy, but I have nothing," knowing Cindy will buy them something.
yeah,
People come into the chats and get
Yes,
friendly
Cindy.
with Cindy in order to then try and tap her up for money. And we're like little guard dogs. We keep an eye out to see who it is. I don't recognise this name. We're suddenly very friendly to Cindy. Keep an eye on them. We all know. Ziggy knows.
What about also when Ziggy is doing a sale and she has an item and she says, "Oh, I'm going to wait till Cindy's here."
Yeah, is Cindy here?
It's Cindy.
Right.
Yeah.
Is Cindy here yet?
for the $200 perfume.
For anyone thinking, well,
If Cindy loves you, she loves you with her whole heart. And she'll do anything for you.
And another thing, for anybody thinking, well, she shouldn't have done it. No, that's not exactly how that goes.
Maybe somebody shouldn't have taken it. Somebody shouldn't take. Somebody should know better.
Just because you can take, just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know better.
Lip lock. Nobody's going to force you to do anything, darling. I never thought that I would see the day when I would be saying anything. I have got a negative reputation because I've always given Ziggy the benefit of the doubt. Always.
Yeah.
And I didn't care that people thought that of me. I was quite happy. But eventually, when there's somebody else that you also love is taken advantage of so badly, and you know that they're hanging on by a thread with everything else that's going on in their life. Yes, I know. Believe me, I know Ziggy's in a bad spot. I know that she's deeply upset, but I'll put it to you this way. If you had somebody who was in grief and they were driving a car and somebody else that you loved was in the passenger seat and they were just behaving recklessly, wouldn't you do something? Well, this matter that Ziggy is in grief. What matters is that she's acting in a way that is dangerous to both of them. And Adam should try and see that. If you think that this is just a situation with Cindy, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
if you think that we're speaking out of spite, again, I don't know what to tell you.
She brought it to the forefront. We had no choice because I was Ziggy's mod. I am Cindy's friend, and that's the end of it.
Grown woman, how she should spend her money. We struggled with that for months, and I would always say, Cindy, hey, chill. A couple people have said, we've warned her how people seek people out in chats and they see who spends and then they try to follow them from chat to chat, but that's not even the whole thing. This whole pattern that we're speaking of here, okay, Jim has been paying everything for the last year. So if there's no income to pay rent, that an unnamed donor had to lend you money for October even, how is a car payment going to be made? Full coverage insurance, rent, utilities, everything else, and a high interest credit card. That
somebody has bad background noise.
Because there isn't a Cindy in every crowd to come buy it out. If money was that easily made, there wouldn't be a need for Jim.
Does anybody think Cindy needed all that crap? Who thinks Cindy bought all that product because she wanted all that stuff?
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Hey,
darling,
Cindy.
we can hear you.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey,
Hey, Cindy.
very first time I ever talked to Ziggy on the phone was when she was having the meltdown at the U-Haul place, and I was beside myself. And I don't even know who called who. I don't even know, so I'm not going to say because it would be a fib. I would have done anything I could to help her. And I'm not sorry that I lent her that money. I'm not. And I never asked her for the money. So whoever is saying that I want it paid in full is just a fucking lie, because I never said that. I didn't feel abused by Ziggy until I found something else out. And that's not my place to speak on it. When I was told that, I was like, oh my God, are you serious? So, yep, I did tell it. I told it to my girls right here on this panel and some more. And they are my friends and they watch out for me. I'm 65, I'm elderly, but I'm not old.
Please be advised that Cindy's feelings have changed since this panel. Based on how Ziggy has reacted to all this and how she wouldn't even let her speak when she came on her panel soon after this. She has come to realize a lot and learned a lot more. We all have.
And I have my own money. I didn't even know what the interest rate was on this credit card at all. I just got it. It sat there, and she needed money, and I said, here, take this. That's all. I didn't say anything else to her about it. But when somebody went in Ziggy's chat and told her, and I wasn't even in that chat, I had to rewatch it because I was told about it, and told her that my son had a brain bleed, and she just like kept going right over it. And no, it's not about the money. Even if I didn't lend her $1, it's about, I've been with her for over a fucking year. You know? Have some sense. Call me. You know? End the fucking live. That's what I would have done. You know, if I would have known that little Ziggy had a brain bleed, money, even if I didn't lend her $1, it's about, I've been with her for over a fucking year. You know? Have some sense. Call me. You know? End the fucking live. That's what I would have done. You know, if I would have known that little Ziggy had a brain bleed, I would have picked the phone right up. Even if I got her voicemail, I would have. And that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So, did she really, really ask me how my son was? Yeah. But she just called me today only because somebody said something to her about what she was doing. So that's the last phone call I got from her. Okay, and I talked to her when I lent her the money. So does me and Ziggy talk on the phone? No, we don't. You know? And I'm not saying I'm poor because I'm, but you know what, people who I love, I don't care. But for her to go live today and put this out there, and for people in her chat who I love to doubt me in any way, like I was asking for it all at one time, or I was trashing Ziggy or whatever, you know what? I'm shocked.
That never happened.
That really, really hurts. And you know what? And I'm the type of person, you hurt me once, there ain't no coming back. And there isn't. And I know who said shit about me in that chat today. And I do. And also I do. And also in comments.
Do you think that they may not have known the whole story, so they were maybe misled?
100% they were misled. Ziggy, like she always does, changed the truth around to suit herself, and to make herself look better. Manipulation at its finest. Sorry Ziggy, but nobody is buying the bullshit that you're selling anymore. The few people who do, will see the light eventually. People are speaking out and people will know the truth. Get a damn job, Ziggy.
Ziggy mentioned my name.
That's true. Yeah, that's
okay.
True.
So she did mention my name. And for people to come back and say, oh, so she lent you the money and now she wants it all back. And then saying something, I don't have a leg to stand on in a court of law. I mean, what the fuck?
You weren't
that was never even brought up.
Right.
You know, and for Ziggy to go live about this, so what? I didn't answer the phone when she wanted me to. My son is still sick. He still has a brain bleed. He still has swelling. Something wrong with his left side. He texts me and it don't make sense. I'm not worried about money, Ziggy, or nothing. You know?
Exactly.
I'm just hurt. I'm just really, really hurt. That all the people who know me, you know what? And Ziggy's not the only one that I give to. I give to other ones. You know? I give to Doug. I give to Doug, and people hate Doug. But you know what? If it's a good story, I'm going to give you money. I give to Purple.
Yeah.
You know, before anybody goes out and says shit, you know, until you know the whole entire truth, just stop.
And the pain in her voice right now is why we did not take this public.
Yeah, this
This is
is
disgusting.
never
Man,
going to see
I'm
the
so
light of
pissed.
day.
I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this.
We
None of us
stood on
did.
this in secret.
See,
For the people in the chat talking about age, we're talking about a legal definition of what is considered elder. I'm
someone-
57, coming 58, and I don't consider myself old. We're talking about legal definitions here. Just as most 18-year-olds, I would consider questionable as adults. Nevertheless,
Right.
the law recognises them as adults.
And
At
she's a
65,
vulnerable
you're an elder.
person.
Ziggy did bring it public.
and Ziggy brought it public. Let's remember that. Nobody over here said anything. Cindy didn't say anything. Ziggy went live this morning, as she often does, hysterical, acting a damn fool, and made this very public. Now here we are.
Not necessarily that of there being a loan. It's the fact that now credit is involved. Now that is worrying to us, because where does that end?
If you can't pay your rent, how are you going to pay your rent, your car payment, your car insurance, and pay people back that you borrowed large amounts of money from?
And
Tell me how that
Somebody
happens.
gives you a loan, if somebody gives you a loan, and that's money that they have available at that moment, I consider that very different to something that's taken off a card. I just do, because the roll up on that can be phenomenal. I mean, we all know.
And something else I want to say is, Ziggy was going to ask me for, I don't even know how much she was going to ask me for, but she also said that she was going to ask a couple other people. And I just said, no, I will give it all to you, or whatever. I didn't even say an amount. I said, I have this credit card right here. And I still today don't even know what the interest rate on it, but it's definitely going to be high because she took a cash advance. I am not talking bad about Ziggy. Ziggy put this out here.
Again, to clarify, we now know it was not actually a cash advance but an invoice she wrote out from her own business to make it look like she had a sale of $5,000. Sickening. I'm sure the IRS will love that. Let's also disclose at this time that I was informed that the credit card was given to her to use in case of emergency, and then it was agreed upon that she could use some for a down payment on a car. It is now known that she only used $700 of the $7,500 for that down payment, then the $5,000 she wrote to herself for cash. Who knows where that went, and then the rest was spent on junk. Receipts of junk to follow. Oh, I almost forgot. Get a damn job, Ziggy.
Everybody thinks this is malicious. It's not. It's about...
The only thing malicious about it is Ziggy going live and putting it all out there. That's the only thing that's
asking if
malicious.
other people have.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of others. Yeah.
So
Other creators too, but no, that's the whole thing. Is it's patterns. There's other people giving her large amounts of money because she can't pay her bills. I'm not going to out those people. I was told this in confidence. I'm going to keep it quiet. But it's not small amounts. It is very large amounts.
Yes, it is. Very large amounts. And,
Large amounts of borrowed money while ordering DoorDash every night for supper.
Yeah. And, another
No,
thing.
Jamie. No. Cindy's not the only one.
Speaking of DoorDash, let's look at the receipts. Let's look at exactly what Ziggy spent the $7,500 on. And oh yes. She used the entire thing, leaving only just over $1 on the card. This video is not meant to shame anyone. It is meant as a warning to our community members to stay vigilant and guard your hard-earned dollars. Tipping is wonderful for a creator's hard work, but maybe make sure they are actually working hard and that they deserve it. Some things you may have noticed that Ziggy charged to Cindy's credit card. Calls to inmates. The fraud charges to her business. TikTok. Netflix. Not exactly necessities for someone who is allegedly hurting for money. plenty of DoorDash and takeout. Go to the grocery store, Ziggy. Cook for your daughter and yourself. Then the measly $700 towards a car. Ziggy, it's time to adult. Get a damn job and stop relying on other people to pay your way. Pull up your big girl panties and be an adult. How will you ever learn if people keep bailing you out? You have taken advantage of people for way too long.
How's everybody doing? I'm waiting for a order from DoorDash that should be here any second. Has my Diet Coke because I'm drinking A&W, and so you know there must be a catastrophe that I'm resorting to. Oh, I do like A&W root beer; it's good, I must say. But order from DoorDash that should be here any second. Has my, which song do I want to start out with? From the TikTok song. Samantha is reproaching with your order. Told you guys I wouldn't be late. I promise. I mean, I was a few minutes late, but I wouldn't be like late. I was going as soon as my order. It should be here. I don't even. Let's check the cameras. See, I'm such a weirdo that I don't even, I make them like set this stuff on the porch because I don't like talking to anybody. I don't think it's there yet. I guess I can. About 5 minutes ago, it says, Samantha is approaching with your order. I don't know how much they retail for, but definitely double than that. At least, I mean, way more than that, I'm sure. Probably 3 times that. Super cute. 55. I was going to do 50, but then I was like, I don't have a box on that one, though. Yeah. Does Cindy wear this size? I know Cindy's been sick, and I know next time we're gonna have to schedule around Cindy because she's like buys everything that nobody claims. So if she's sick, she can't see them. Oh, she couldn't see them. And I know next time we're going to have to schedule around Cindy because she's like buys everything that nobody claims. So if she's sick, she can't see them. Oh, she couldn't see them. Oh. Also, so here's word. But they're leather, size 5.5. They're knee high. Does Cindy wear this size? No, Cindy's been sick. And I know next time we're going to have to schedule around Cindy because she's like buys everything that nobody claims. So, and if she's sick, she can't see them. I'm sad. Super cute. $45. I was going to do $50, but then I was like, I don't have a box on that one though. Or than you could even get on eBay. Cindy, you don't have to. If you don't want to, don't feel pressured. Cindy, you don't have to. If you don't want to, don't feel pressured. Pressured. Pressured into them. Boots, black. If anybody wants one for $20, I have 2 of them. Cindy wants a pair himself. Yeah. Oh, she's like, okay. She doesn't want the pants. Okay. She meant the boots. I already have you down for the boots, Cindy. Okay. I know that you buy for people too. So Cindy, I have more of the band tees, I think. So I will be going to, I guess I'll go ahead and announce this here. I will be going to Tennessee for sure. I'm not going to say the dates or whatever. I mean, I'm not going to go to the vigil, but I'll talk about this in a second. Okay, so I have 5 of these Urban Decay Naked Heat eyeshadow palettes. I'll do $28 each. How's everybody doing? Wow, we have like a lot to talk about today. 59 there? Holy crap, it's like so hot out that my air conditioning is like running like triple time right now. I opened my electricity bill yesterday. I was like, holy. I was so happy because for 1 month, I mean, my gas bill, first of all, okay, during the winter was like 300 and something. I don't think it ever reached 400. But then last month it was like $17 or something crazy, like low. It was like, because the only thing I'm using that's gas is the water heater. And the electricity bill was not too bad. I mean, it was high, but I mean, of course it's got higher because using the air conditioning was like 170. But this month it was a lot more than that because of the heat. So how's everybody? Anyways, I don't even really have a topic like usual. Just decided to, I forgot I got my, let's see how much the electricity bill is. Not bad. So let's see, last month's bill was, looks like it's started going down, I think. Oh no, it went up. Just kidding. But I will say this, the gas bill though, that went way down. My gas bill was like $300 or something almost. And this last one was only like 140 maybe. So that real quick. I'll take, yeah. So, yeah, June 15th, there's like a couple things going on, and I'm trying to go there. I just have to see if I'll be able to. Anyways, I'm going to try to see, maybe I'll have a sale, like another sale before, June 15th, so I can get the money together to go, because I would like to go. And I'm not going to go to the sheriff thing or wherever it's at, the sheriff's, probably a lot of the time I would be doing my own thing, but I would be going to meet with Jennifer, and they're having something over at the Warriors Park. So is Robin, I heard. And then there's also that sheriff, that Bullhorn Bay's doing, but I'm not one of that. But for the most part, like, usually I'd probably be, just by myself, unless I go out to any, I don't know, if I go to Ben Hill Road, I'd probably see if, like, Jennifer or somebody want to go with me. Dolly, is he going June 15th? Justin and Marissa are going? I think I remember Justin asking me about that. Well, CT, if I told myself I would never, all right, I promised you guys I would never, like, ask for. What I will say, though, is, well, I don't even know. Oh, thank you, Julie Leet. And Cindy, you guys are so sweet. Julie Leet just sent a cash. What I will say is, any cash apps I get for May, or not cash apps, super chats I get for May, I won't get till the 21st of next month, and that's after the 14th. So, I'm not. People are gonna turn this into like I'm asking money. I'm just saying if people wouldn't mind sending cash apps instead of super chats, like, for this month, just so that maybe I can, like, not. I'm just saying if you do plan on sending a super chat or something, just so I can have the money to go, maybe. But I guess I'm not. People are gonna turn this into like I'm asking money. I'm just saying if people wouldn't mind sending cash apps instead of super chats, like, for this month, just so that maybe I can, like, not. I'm just saying if you do plan on sending a super chat or something, just so I know I'm gonna get hell for saying that. Oh, you don't know how, Cindy? But you can do Venmo too. Venmo is fine. So, but have the money to go, maybe. Oh, you don't know how? I know I'm gonna get hell for saying that. Oh, you don't know how, Cindy? But you can do Venmo too. Venmo is fine. So, but Cindy, you're fine. It will be good because I'll need it still to pay bills for July, so it still will be very useful for me. So I really, really appreciate it. I was just saying that because I'll get money the 21st of this month, obviously, but definitely because last month was definitely like my worst month ever had. But that's my fault because I was, around the time. Let's see, that would have been March. I wasn't going live that much. That's why, because of all that depression and stuff. Thank you, Connie. That would have been March. I wasn't going live that much. That's why, because of all that depression and stuff. Thank you, Connie. PayPal's fine too, guys. Anything. I was just saying, if you plan on it, like, if you don't mind doing Cash App or PayPal or whatever you want, too, I was thinking. And I have enough product that I could probably make a decent amount of money, why? Because of all that depression and stuff. Thank you, Connie. PayPal's fine too, guys. Thank you, Connie. PayPal's fine too, guys. Anything. Oh my God. Thought about it. I purchased more product with the money I made from the last sale. I bought more product. However, a lot of that product is stuff that you guys probably won't be interested in because it's like, some of it maybe. We'll just see. It's not beauty products though. Well, thank you, Julie. And I really, that went for, what was it? She sent me it for something to help pay for something. Oh, flooring. Hey, and I appreciated that too. I showed proof, by the way, that I did, don't ask why I showed the proof. You know how I am. I show proof about everything. But people were trying to say that I was lying about the dog thing. So, which was $1,000. So that's another thing that kind of put me back, because even though I was able to borrow some money off my ex, like, I have to pay him back. I always pay him back. You could CT, but I think it lets me accept it that way too. But my here, I could add in my since I've been doxxed anyways, I could put it in the night, add it to Nightbot. I didn't have on Nightbot because it has my, real name and stuff, but has my, but I'll add a little timer for it. Let's see. My face, this medication I'm on, the antidepressant, makes my face like weird, like all hot and red sometimes. There, now we have a PayPal command. Let's see if it works now. Should come up now. Can somebody click that link? It won't. You can click it and it's still, and tell me if it works. Or here, maybe I can pull it up on my. Let me click it from my phone. Anybody freaking on this platform have any type of integrity or freaking morals? Why are people, for the most part, and when I'm learning especially from YouTube, is there is way more bad people than good. And like everybody's, I feel like always putting their BS on me, and I'm like seriously tired of it. I am seriously tired of carrying people's responsibility. I always feel like I get like everything is always put on me. Oh, now Ziggy. I was like couldn't get out of bed for a month and a half because of what I was going through. Nobody cared. Nobody said anything to that channel who I have a protective order against. Nobody cares to. I told you, you guys knew I was depressed. You knew. I don't come on here. I would never, no matter if I was, I'm not going to say the word, but even if I was ever to get to that point, I would never say it. First of all, you don't say that if that's actually what you're planning on doing. Nobody, that's a cry for attention, okay? Boy, of course, I'm the bad guy.
There is much more to come. Know that Jim's family is not impressed with Ziggy's behavior or actions here on YouTube or in real life. While I do not have a formal statement, I have been shown proof of their feelings. They would like people to know that how Ziggy portrayed their father is incorrect. She used him like she uses people on YouTube.